Some animes dip their toes into violence, just to test the waters. And then there's others that say, screw it, let's just dive into a tank full of piranhas and make trauma happen. If you got a strong stomach, a weak grip on reality, and a questionable taste in entertainment, congrats to you, because these aren't for me. You were exactly made for these animes. Today, we're talking about animes that said screw censorship. Let's turn blood into a genre. So with that, let's get right into it. Death Parade. Imagine dying, and instead of seeing a bright light, you wake up in a velvet draped bar hosted by a man who looks, honestly, he makes me question myself at times, but who looks like he listens to classical music while judging people's soul. He offers you a drink, smiles gently, and then tells you to play a game with your life on the line. Death Parade throws strangers into deadly contests using basic games like bar games. I mean, yes, they are in a bar, so that makes sense. Only the rules are twisted. The stakes are emotional warfare, and no one remembers how they even got there. Every round peels back secrets, regrets, and the rawest parts of human nature, or just showing what your true colors are. Because out of the entire list, this is probably the most mild compared to the other two. But if you want to know where it's at, it's on Crunchyroll and Hulu. Elfen Lied. You meet a quiet girl. She's injured, confused, and barely able to speak. Already setting you up. Then someone makes a mistake of threatening her. And what happens next will haunt your eyeballs. Elfen Lied throws you into a world where innocence and violence crash into each other like a head-on collision. One moment's a tragic story of isolation and kindness. The next thing you're watching limbs being detached from bodies like you're watching a horror movie with an art degree. I'm telling you, it's got some weird stuff. But here's the thing, it wants you uncomfortable. It wants you to question how far society will go to label a monster and what happens when that monster fights back. So if you don't know where it's at, I think it was on Crunchyroll. I'm not 100% sure. Some people are saying it is, but I don't think it is. I can't find it. But if you want to know, it's on other sites. Blood Sea. This one's actually pretty good, but it's messed up. All right, picture this. A small, sleepy town, generic, a sweet girl with a sword. All right. Her days are filled with school, an awkward bento lunch, and nightly monster haunting under the moonlight. Standard magical vibes, right? Wrong. Blood Sea is a masterclass in deception. Builds this cozy little routine just to shatter it like it's a little teacup full of lies. The monsters get weirder and weirder. I mean, the bunnies, like what? The deaths get pretty gnarly, honestly. Some of them are really messed up. And before you know it, you're in a blood-soaked fever dream where nothing, literally nothing, is as it seems. I mean, this anime perfectly sets up like, hey, you know what? Let's take a step back. We just showed a lot of gore, for like 10 minutes straight. Let's take a step back, give them a break. They said, screw that. Let's give them more. So if you don't know where this anime is at, it's on other sites. But what do you guys think? Which ones did I leave out? And honestly, which ones made you chill to your bones? Because some of these are pretty messed up. But like always, thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.